What happened? I quit. What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Friday Night Pint, the show where we talk about everything West Ham during the week. Gentlemen, have you had a good week?
Yeah, you all right, Gray?
I was all right until today.
Big boy.
I'll be honest, I've had better Fridays.
That could be worse, mate, couldn't it?
Yeah,
We've had worse days, Rodney.
Yeah, I was all right up until about 4:30 this afternoon.
You fucking love it. You
At
absolutely
least you have
love
me
it.
cheering you up, though, mate. You know what I mean?
So tell us all, Graham, what's happened?
I got COVID,
Oh,
basically. Got me PCR result back today, so there you go.
are you coming tomorrow?
Daddy.
That's it. Where are you?
So Graham's got COVID. You feel all right, though, Gray?
Yeah, I just feel like I've got a bit of man flu, that's all.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah,
There you
other
go,
than
then.
that, not bad.
Graham, man flu's worse than COVID.
Yeah. It's shit, mate. But look, at the end of the day, I think like as long as you're double jabbed and all that, I think we're all going to get it at some point. So you just got to take the rough with the smooth.
Yeah, I mean, I'm double jab, so.
But good week, lads, yeah?
Yeah, smashing. Blinding.
Yeah, I've had a great week.
We've had a lovely time.
Yeah. Can't complain. Cannot complain. Got me new dog.
I'm just Googling this. Can you get COVID through the internet?
Your computer can get a virus.
Yeah.
Hey!
A virus.
Where
Oh, no,
are
I'm
we?
all right. I've got a Mac. They don't get viruses, apparently.
What's
But
that
you're all
with your-
fucked.
At least it's a bit quieter tonight,
what's
Nick, where
happening?
you are.
A little bit, yeah.
What's
They're going to be out in a
happening?
minute. You watch.
Why can I hear a squeaky wheel like a clown's gone past?
That's big dog. She's on the floor. She's found the squeaker in the toy, so she's going crazy with that in a minute.
I thought Golden Sullivan turned up. I thought a couple of clowns turned up.
That's Sullivan's
Right,
pocket. So what we're talking about tonight, boys. Hello to everyone in the chat already. We'll read that in a second. I won't let that go. But yeah, hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us. What's on the agenda tonight, boys?
Well, obviously, 2 videos come out earlier about the Europa League. So you and Dan have, but we'll talk about it in a minute. But I think obviously, Kurt Zouma, it looks like there's problems with his medical, but I've just read literally 2 minutes ago. Apparently, there's no problem with his medical, and it's all going through. So I don't know what to believe. It's like the Okie Koki transfer, isn't it? In out. What's going on?
I think this one's
done. Ronaldo gets signed up within 5 minutes, all done and dusted. West Ham drag it out for 3 weeks. But look, I don't know what to believe. Yesterday it was off. Oh no, the other day it was off, and then it was the agents couldn't agree a fee, and then it just seems like this one's dragging out, and this one could drag out till sort of deadline day. But I'm hoping that it gets done either tonight or tomorrow. Maybe they try to get it done so they can announce it tomorrow or something. But yeah, they're sort of dragging it out a bit in there, aren't they?
I don't know the ins and outs of transfers, mate. You know what I mean? I don't know the ins and outs of much, to be quite honest with you. But why are we leaving this so late? You know what I mean? Like, why is it always? It always seems to be West Ham. Things just drag out. There's nothing simple, cut and dry. As you said, Ronaldo was going Man City this morning by fucking 3:00 this afternoon. It's time for Man United. I don't really understand it.
The only good thing with Ronaldo going to United is it might free up Lingard now to obviously leave the club. But then again, Lingard might want to stay there for his year to play with Ronaldo. So.
Yeah, but let's be honest, is he going to play? He ain't even been picked in the first 2 squads for their league games.
Don't matter, mate. He's getting in the England squad, it looks like it, and he's fucking going to be training with Ronaldo every day.
Don't get me started on that, mate. It's the most biggest joke around, that, isn't it? With that England squad.
Like, he was having a blinder for us, didn't get in the squad. Ain't played for Man U, and he's in the squad.
Exactly. Jordan Henderson's still in the squad, so that's enough said about.
There's a few injuries for England as well. That's probably why he's been called up. But
Just before we go on, Danny K says, "Hey lads, quick question: do you do fan cam straight after the game or area?" Yes, we do. They're right outside the shop. If you go to the shop, you'll see us hanging about there. But yeah, I just don't understand about the transfers. I'll be honest with you, mate. I'm sick of moaning about them now. Do you know what I mean? Like I said my piece a couple of weeks ago. We're right on the fucking cusp of it. This one looks like collapsing. I just hope we haven't like put all our eggs in one basket, as I believe they may have done. Like they've got to get these in, and I don't know why they always leave it to the last second to get them in. Probably so they can give that excuse. Well, we tried to do that, or we tried to do this, and that didn't quite work. And
I'm not being funny, but fuck me, if Jack Wilshere passed a medical and got a 4-year deal, or whatever it was, fucking Zouma, I just don't understand. And then again, we're all speculating, saying it's this, that, and the other. You know, there are rumours that it's the agents and things like that. I mean, are they changing the goalpost at the last minute? We, as you said, Nick, we don't know the ins and outs. We just want it done. So let's hope that it gets done and Kurt Zouma's a West Ham player by the weekend, because he's going to be a great addition to an already sort of decent squad. So I welcome him with open arms.
A decent team. I won't say decent squad, decent team.
No, we've got a decent squad. We just need to add more to it. We have got a decent squad.
The thing is as well, I don't know about with other clubs, but all our transfer business seems to drag and drag and drag. Whereas other teams, you know, like we said before with Danny Ings going to Villa, that was done and dusted straight away. You know, why do ours drag out so much? Why is it always on, off, on, off?
The thing is, Scott, and I mean this with the greatest of respect, mate. I think you know the answer to that. There's one common denominator. It's us, isn't it? You know what I mean?
But the thing is that you know
it's us, and whoever's dealing with bad transfers. That's the common denominator in everything.
And we know there's clubs that don't want to do business with us because of the way we've behaved in the past.
The way we act, all this nonsense. Because there's rumor. Look, there's always rumors. I don't listen to rumors until you know it's done and dusted and all that sort of thing. I don't want to know about in the nose and all of this sort of thing. But apparently they're trying to change it last minute to a loan, and like there's always these sort of things are coming up. And I don't know, man. Like just get him signed up. You know what I mean? We need bodies. Like we're going to talk about this in a minute. I'm sure. But we had the Europa League draw today. Got a lot of games to play and quite a distance to go. So, you know,
if him coming in boosts our back line massively, you know, eventually he should start over Dawson, but you know,
I could see him and O'Connor would be a good partnership. I think.
Yeah, the thing is he won't, you know, because I think Moisey showed loyalty to Fabianski. And he'll probably do the same to Dawson. He'll keep Dawson in, but Zouma's top quality centre half. You know, he just doesn't suit our Tuchel wants to play at Chelsea. So hopefully that's our benefit that we're going to get a solid centre half.
Yeah.
How good is he, Graham?
How
good is he? How good is Zouma?
I say my mate's a Chelsea fan. He reckons he rates him. So. You know, and he's been a Chelsea fan since the 70s, so he's seen it all. So, but mate rates him.
Even my mate who supports Chelsea, like he rates him very highly as well, and he's sort of sad to see him go. But I know they're looking at bringing in another centre back as well for 70-odd million quid from wherever. But no, I'm excited by it. He's obviously had loan spells at Everton and Stoke, and he's had his knee injuries as well. But you know. I think he'll be a decent addition, but we still need to get at least another 2 in on top of him by Tuesday, at least.
I totally agree, mate. I totally agree. Him coming in, as we said, you know, Moisey turned around and said that he wasn't going to sign bodies. He wanted to sign players who are better than what we've got or on par with what we've got. And let's be honest, Zouma is better than everyone in that back line, barring probably all that centre-half, barring of Bonner. So, you know, he's targeted a player. He's getting the player. That now we want to see. I'd like to see Lingard through the door. To be honest, you know, I don't want to see Ben Rama getting dropped, but I want to see Lingard through the door because I think he knows the club, he knows the manager, and I want to see a striker through the door.
I said this the other day, Scott. I mean, like there was some fans saying we don't need Lingard now because Ben Rama's on form, but I disagree because I think that Ben Rama needs that competition to keep his game on top form. And so having someone like Jesse Lingard on your bench or pushing for that starting lineup, as you said, he knows the club. He hasn't got to settle in. He knows everyone now. It's similar sort of teammates. There's no one really new coming apart from a couple of signings. But no, I think it'll be good. Moyes really rates him and trusts him. We see what he done in a West Ham shirt last year. So I'm hoping that we can get Lingard in before Tuesday.
It makes footballing sense, doesn't it, for him to come to us? You know, he's going to get game time. He's going to be loved by the fans with the performances that he puts in. He's got a
He knows the players.
Yeah, you know, he's got camaraderie. That's the word I was looking for. You know, so it's a perfect fit for him. Do you know what I mean? And it's a perfect fit for us.
The thing is, I'd rather, as I said, we bring in 2 or 3 players of quality rather than the scattergun approach we had before.
Of course,
we players in. Oh yeah, we've got Europe. We'll just sign as many players as we can, and none of them. Once we got knocked out, none of them fitted into the system we were playing in the league.
Scott got to be normal right in a West Ham shirt though. I got a glimpse of Gokantor.
Say thank you to Scott Brown for the donation.
But no, look, it's going to be from now until Tuesday. Where I think does he shut at 11 o'clock on Tuesday or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be mental. Like from now, you know what Twitter's like and that the rumors come out. I mean, I think we've been linked with about 50 strikers so far, so we haven't made a move for any. But apparently, we was linked with someone today that we're in talks with. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. It's going to keep us on our toes anyway.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
It'll go to the wire. Let's put it that way.
You'll have Dan halfway through a shower, then doing a video or something like that. He went out on the quick.
Scott Brown donated £4.49. He said, "What a transfer market! The 2 greatest players of all time at different teams. Messi to PSG, Cristiano return to the Premiership would be very interesting." Yeah, listen. I think there's 2 of the best, but I wouldn't say they're the 2 best of all time because I've been lucky enough to see sort of Zidane in my lifetime and Maradona and things like that. You know what I mean? And they were, you know, I think Zidane best midfielder in the world, and I think Maradona best. I don't know what you call him. Is he a midfielder? Is he a forward? I don't know. He could play anywhere really, but I think they're the 2 best that I've ever seen. But they're very close. They're very close to the best of all time.
Mate,
but it's a shame.
AC Milan, Van Basten, Bullet, Rijkaard, Baresi, Maldini. You know, players like that all in one team.
Yeah, but when you put it all down to records, no one comes close to Messi and Ronaldo. So that's what it'll all be judged on: trophies, you know, Ballon d'Ors. You know, Messi for me, you know, I'm real Ronaldo as well, and I still think he can do it in the Premiership, even at his age now. I still think he can do it, and it's going to be interesting because we play them soon, don't we? We play them in a few weeks' time at the London Stadium, so be interesting to see.
We play them twice a week.
Yeah, to see Ronaldo back at in a Man United shirt, it's mental, and it's just happened so quick. So
the thing is, as well, at least Ronaldo. Yeah, Ronaldo sort of challenged himself by coming to the Premier League. You know, Messi just took the easy option to go and play in France.
Yeah,
Scott, you tell him, Scott.
No, you're bang on there, mate. Ronaldo could have gone and played in America or something like that and seen that his last year or 2. But he's taken himself to the toughest league in the world. You know, at his age now, and he's as fit as anything. You know, so he'll be up to the pace. And I'm looking forward to it.
The thing is, mate, he still looks like he could go on for another 3-4 years if he avoids injury. He's still in prime.
The way he looks after his body is second to none, I think. Second to none. And I think he can play probably into his 40s because he's something like 4-5% body fat, and you know what I mean? Like he trains every day. He's probably got the body of a 28-year-old rather than a 37-year-old. You know what I mean? Like it's you know, he's one of them players that can play, like especially playing centre forward all day long. all day long. It'll probably outlast some players that are in their 20s playing. You know what I mean? He's unreal. It's just and that's what it takes. Like that's what it takes to be the best when you're in this sort of like day and age. It's dedication and you know, obviously talent gets you so far, but it's how you live your life. That's why like Rooney was one of the best of his generation, and that's why he's managing Derby now, and Ronaldo's still playing. You know what I mean? Like he didn't look after himself properly, and that's what it takes. Rick Patel, he ain't 37. He's very close, mate. I think he's 37 next month or next week or something.
Yeah, what's that one? Right. Would you take Haller back, Nicky, Mr. Marvel?
I'm going to move inside. I'm going to let you talk on a minute. I'm going to move inside because it's going to rain, I think.
I'll answer that question for Nicky. No.
No, he would not. But thank you for the donation, Mr. Marvel. Thank you very much.
But
yeah, I think.
Yeah, I mean, look, transfers between, as I said, between now and Tuesday night when it shuts. There's going to be more players linked. I reckon there's going to be a little surprise, little transfer or something like that. You know, someone that we weren't expecting comes through the door. But as I'm saying, we need at least 3 bodies through the door.
Wait, stop.
Is that the dog?
Yeah.
It's got some dogs going nuts. But yeah, I think we'll see a few like 1 or 2 coming our way deadline day. I think we'll get Zouma done by the weekend, but I think we may see 1 or 2 coming on the final day. I think.
I hope so, mate. I hope you're right. I hope we do see players through the door because you know we do need the bodies. You know we've got. I know we're going to get onto it in a second, but we've got a decent draw in the Europa League. You know, a group that we can get out of, if not win. We've had a fantastic start to the season, so you know we need to bring bodies in to be able to capitalise on how we're playing.
Yeah. No, it's the thing. Like we want to. I say we haven't done it in the past, but you've got to reinforce success, and we haven't always done that in the past. So, you know, I'm hoping we can sort of build something. You know, like Leicester have last 4 or 5 years, they've been in and around Europe regularly. That's what we need to be doing.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Just to answer Matt's question, the interview with Tony COYI, we won't be doing an interview with Tony COYI because I think everyone's done an interview with Tony COYI, and what's he going to say different on our channel? So it's we have got something lined up with hopefully from Pi Capital next week. So it won't be Tony COYI, but hopefully it'll be another representative from Pi Capital. So yeah, but I think Tony's obviously done an interview with all the other channels, so there's no really point doing it, really.
Yeah, it's going over the same old ground, don't they?
Yeah. I'd rather talk to Tony COYI about West Ham this season so far. Yeah.
And his playing days.
But yeah, I mean, as like the Europa League was done today, West Ham.
Yeah.
Good draw for us.
That's a good draw. I mean, it won't be easy. There's, you know, tough teams. You know, Zagreb come out of the Champions League qualifiers. So it'd be tougher, and Rapid Vienna have been in Europe regularly, so it won't be easy, but it's definitely a group we can get out of.
100%. 100%.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was I did want. It would have been nice to have been drawn with one of the like bigger clubs. You know, I'd like to have seen us play maybe Rangers or Celtic, someone like that, just for the England-Scotland battle. But no, listen, I'm over the moon with a draw. I think it's a group that we can win, and you know we can progress into Europe. And there's you will get 6 guaranteed games. You know, so no, I'm looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it, but what I'm waiting for is the away fans. There's obviously like we've got a delay to see whether away fans are going to be allowed. They're probably not going to allow them if they're still thinking about it. You've got to say they're probably not going to allow them, are they?
Thing is, as well, it's what the travel restrictions are still going to be in them countries as well. you know, because you got to look at it, it's chopping and changing all the time. And it's one of them where you may end up having to take a gamble. You could get all the way out there, watch the game. By the time you fly home, you've got to isolate for 10 days.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's. I think they sort of. Is it September the 1st? They make a sort of decision about it because I think the first game is it around the 16th of September. I think something like that. So they've obviously got to make the decision quick to allow fans to plan their travel plans and all that. So, I mean, one group that stands out is Lazio, Marseille, and Galatasaray in the same group. That's going to be a mental group. That is. I'm glad. I'll be honest. I'm glad we didn't get drawn against one of the Turkish teams because. Home and away, there'd just be trouble. You know, these Turkish teams always seem to, you know, want to cause trouble and egg and nothing against the team.
I don't think Zagreb's that much fucking better.
No, that's what I mean, mate. There's a few naughty teams in there, and the London Stadium will be rocking on all these European nights. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. European nights under the lights at the London Stadium. If we can generate the atmosphere like we did the other night for European nights, then that'll give the boys the extra boost.
New memories to create.
That's it. That's the thing. That's what you want. You know, it's an all new experience. Us being in the group stage of Europa League. You know, it's a new experience for the players as well. You know, they just got to all embrace it and enjoy the nights, and hopefully we can get through this group and push on to the knockout stages. It's Yeah, I can't see. It's one of them, innit? If we can keep everyone fit, we've got a good chance, a very good chance.
Yeah, and also it attracts players as well, doesn't it? So hopefully, players that might have been on the edge of joining West Ham, if we're like, this might sort and say, yeah, we've got European football now. This and it was good. It was good to watch.
They knew that anyway, right? If anyone
I know that, but sometimes they just might be leaving. They've seen the draw and they've seen us the first 2 games of the season. They might think, I want a piece of that. So no, it's I was watching the draw earlier, and it was giving me a little bit of a buzz when they drew West Ham's name out, and he was holding it up, and West Ham United, England, and it was good.
Typical West Ham. I've got wait until last.
Trust us to be the last team out, because I was on work, I had it on mute, so I wasn't listening to it. But I just keep seeing him taking the ball.
Yeah. See, I thought it was 12 o'clock UK time, so only my dad texted me and went, "Oh, not a bad draw." And I was like, "Oh shit."
That's it. It said it's going to be hopefully an enjoyable group. So like you said, making new memories, decent games of football. So we're
it's a test as well for the players and David Moyes to come up against different styles, different types of players, foreign players. But it's going to be and for us, as you said, for us fans as well. We had a couple of European nights the other year, didn't go to plan. Now we're in the group stage.
Stop.
I think Scott's talking to his dick.
No, I'm talking to my dog.
Look, that's that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to do the world of good to players like Joe Bowen, Ben Rama. I think Ben Rama really suit the European style of play. I think he'll get a lot of success, and I really hope that. We sort of take, because we don't seem to take to Europe too well when we've played in the last sort of like 20 years. We have come up against this team. I think Palermo, wasn't it, in the 90s or the early 2000s?
2006 that was, wasn't it, after the FA Cup?
No, I don't think it was then. I think that was in the 90s.
Yeah, that was after the
Romero was in 2006.
So who did we play when?
Played Steaua Bucharest in the late 90s.
Steaua Bucharest, Palermo, and then obviously you got the 2 Astra Gugus. You know what I mean? We need to get our foot in Europe and fucking like show that we can actually play, because we always seem to get fucked in Europe.
But we did beat the mighty Berkakara.
Yeah, that's true, right? You know what I mean?
And Gonzalez.
And who else? Right? Who else did we beat?
Lucian Tans.
Remember them early post-match pints, the European ones? We used to put a banner up and everything.
Yeah, they're bollocks, man. I remember that first European game over Upton Park that year. I felt like I was on holiday, man. It was all sunny. Everyone was happy.
Yeah, it was nice, wasn't
it? We sat in the top tier of the Alpari, weren't it?
And we had a man sent off every game.
Sacco got sent off every game. Elliot Lee was on fine form, Scott.
What was your other mate's name?
Diego Payet.
Payet's son, yeah.
He's just signed for Charlton, isn't he? Elliot Lee.
Yeah.
No idea. No idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, the European games, I am looking forward to them. I hope we can go. I'll definitely go to at least one or two of them. Definitely.
Yeah.
If we're allowed.
It'd be so us to qualify for the Europa League and then not be able to go to a bloody game.
No, like Belgium, it's not that far. You could drive to Belgium, like the amount of time it takes to drive to Newcastle, I think.
Yeah.
Ain't near on the coast, isn't it? So yeah, get the Euros.
Yeah, what's going on there, Graham? You sound like fucking
Granville.
Yeah, Granville.
To be fair, you can probably get to Ghent quicker than you get around the M25 some days, so it's not too far.
It took me 3.5 hours to get back from Crawley the other week.
There you go.
It took us God knows how long to get back from Newcastle. I was asleep most of it, so I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward. I was buzzing this morning. I was really buzzing this morning. I've got like, I don't know if you've seen the video, but I was a little bit disappointed, because like you get see the rank, because I'm thinking, Rangers or Lazio or somewhere really not, and then like they all just seemed to bypass, didn't they? Every time there was like a 50-50 draw to be going to like Germany and all of that sort of thing. And it was like we was last and we got stuck in it, and I was thinking, fucking hell. To be honest with you, I didn't even know where fucking Zagreb was at first. I thought it was. I know Zagreb were a big club, but like I'm thinking, Russia, is it Russia? Please don't be Russia. Please don't be Russia. And then I looked it up, and then it was obviously in Croatia. So yeah, man, look, I'm buzzing for Europe. I really am. But yeah, man, it's fucking good. I think it's good. It's good.
Whatever happens, like if we can't make the away games, we've got 3 guaranteed home games, so that's going to be an experience as well. And as Scott said, hopefully there'll be a lot of memories made in these first 6 games in Europe.
Mm-hmm. And win or lose, we're on the boat.
That's it, great.
I was looking at that. Do you know what else I was looking at as well when I was drawing them out? There was Polish teams left. I was thinking, fucking hell.
I think you would have another Poland story. No.
Fucking hell, we're going to get one of these Polish teams. But no, we didn't. Yeah, I think it would have been I know there was in St. Potters, I said we couldn't have got drawn them, but it would have been a good experience to get Marseille with the Payet thing and all that. I don't even know what's happening to him. We'll talk about that in a second, the old fucking riot that he incited. But But yeah, it's that would have been decent. Can you go away, prick? It's just sitting up my arse, you know what I mean? I fucking can't stand it. But yeah, like that would have been a decent story. But did you see that last week? That was a bit mental.
Yeah, because he threw a bottle back at the crowd, didn't he?
It's just come up. It's just come out. Kurt Zouma's completed a medical, and the deal should be done later tonight, early tomorrow. Excellent. So it looks like everything's done. You know what these clubs are like? They're probably doing some fucking.
How long was this medical then? Because he found it earlier.
No, well, he was in France, wasn't he? This is the hold up as well, because he's in France at the moment, and obviously our medical team over here wanted to see the results as well and go through a few things and. But anyway, you know what these clubs are like. They're probably going to fucking spend a day now making a silly announcement video of him dancing on the fucking roof or something, and then diving off into fucking Moyes' arms, like that. But what happened to the old days when they just stood out on the training pitch holding the shirt up?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you remember that one? The funniest one of them I ever remember, because even them used to be a bit ropey. Do you remember Brian Robson when he became player manager of Middlesbrough? and he had like a suit top half and fucking shorts and socks and boots on, like football boots and shin pads and shit on the bottom half. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's been wacky ways of announcing players. So you see the way Fornals, he's obviously in the Spanish squad. You see the way the manager done that?
Yeah, he was hanging up a backpack, wasn't he?
Hanging all the shirts up.
Rucksack.
Yeah, like training bag type things, hanging them on. I mean,
his lunchbox.
Got an apple and a bag of quavers. There you go.
No, but do you know what? I'm so pleased for Fornals getting in that squad. His confidence must be sky high at the moment with the way he's playing. Now he's in the Spanish national team. It can only benefit us as long as he don't pick up an injury. It can only benefit us because he's, as I said, he's at the moment he must be up here. He must be absolutely buzzing.
There you go. Look, Sam P 2004 ex-WHU employee says David Sullivan trying to do a loan.
Well, that's not. No, I don't believe that because Chelsea have already agreed the fee and everything's gone through.
Yeah, but that don't mean shit with David Sullivan, mate.
No, I've just been looking at X's thing and there's nothing on there, so I don't know.
The thing is, I don't think Chelsea are going to. Chelsea want him gone and off the wage bill.
Yeah, they want the new fella. That's why. Yeah. They want the new fella. They're from Spain. So
yeah. That's the thing. So hopefully now it's all done and dusted. We get him over the line, get him in the squad for what his debut will be
after the national break, wouldn't it? It'd be
United in the Cup or Southampton?
Southampton away.
So, yeah, ain't gonna be too. It's a good one to get him in for anyway. I said I think it's good signing. Really, really good signing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just need to get a striker in there.
We need a midfielder. And we need
another goalkeeper. We ain't got enough. We've only got 17 on the books.
Yeah, 17 goalkeepers.
One more goalkeeper. I'll be all right. If we've got 18 goalkeepers, I'll be all right.
I'll be honest.
I'm surprised Randolph ain't gone out on loan, but that might happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a feeling we may see him go out on loan. And as much as we sign Zouma, do you see Diop?
No.
Going
if we get rid of it, we're fucking mental.
I think.
Mate, you need at least 4 centre halves.
Oh, I totally agree. You know, we had football last season.
Will suit Diop. I really do.
See, I'm thinking that as well. You know what we were saying the other day, the way different players will suit different games. When I was saying with Noble playing in Europe because of the slower pace of the game, Diop is going to be another one. He's not going to have the physicality like he has to deal with in the Premier League. You know, I'm not saying that they haven't got physical players in Zagreb and players like that. I've not seen them to sit and say, but it just seems to be with the Premier League the pace and the physicality.
I'm not going to read this out, and I don't agree with it, but this made me laugh.
Nearly killed Graham off then. Don't put fucking Sullivan in goal with his short arms, long pockets.
Short arms, long pockets. His little trousers, I like his little trousers where he looks like he's needing little shoes. It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Shoes on the baggy trousers.
Like the old clown pockets.
Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about now.
Anyway, what beer
we're talking about Diop and the physicality of the Premier League.
Okay. I'll get this one out then.
The thing is,
like Diop, I think will benefit European football more. I think that's where you're seeing more this season. Cup games, Europe. Dawson, like you said, the Premiership's a different kettle of fish. You know, it's a tougher league.
Yeah, that's it. And the thing is now with Zouma coming in as well, we've got options. We've planned going to revert into a 3 at the back if we want. Again, you know, we've got good with Zouma. He's played that 3 at the back at Chelsea. He's played in the 4 at the back at Chelsea. So, and the other thing we're getting as well, we're getting a player with that European experience. You know, a player that's been in title winning squads. He's been in European winning squads. So his experience will add to that massively.
Yeah. Let me just take this super chat quickly. Great job, lads. Will I see you in Vienna for the away? Fingers crossed, mate. If we're allowed to go, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Fucking 100%, mate. I like a little fucking trip away.
We'll be there rapid.
Rapid, yeah. Right, that was quick, mate. That was rapid. Let's take some comments from the section. I think this is just general comments. Ben Rama putting all this stuff on his story about Algeria, so it looks like he's going to have to isolate when he comes back for good. Back not good. No, that is not good, mate. Especially, if Lingard comes in, then he can sit out a couple of games. Lingard next, says Alan Phillips. And Osama, it's probably his announcement video taking ages. We might have our music band complete. Selector, just a minute. We're skint 45 million. Right, seems right considering the lockdown affected clubs. Dean Anderson would like to get Marseille at home in the knockouts. Sure, Payet would get a lovely reception. What's going to happen to Dawson? Though he did okay. You need competition, mate. You can't just keep the same people over and over and over. It used to be just a photo of a signing in the paper. Yeah, I remember that. I've read that already. Kimbo, this still has to happen Zouma or later.
Nicky Mar jokes.
It's because of his knee injury he had 5 years ago. David Sullivan doesn't want another Carroll situation. 5 years ago, fuck me.
He's played a lot of football since then.
Carroll situation is the same. What happened with Benny? There are changed the deal. This is 100% true, says Sam. He must be there signing the contracts with everyone. Rich Patel, we need to give Dawson his flowers, though. Look at every person proved him wrong. Yeah, absolutely.
I'd love to give Dawson some flowers. A nice bouquet. Here you go, Dawson. Well played, son.
There you go. From into Flora, there you go. Treat.
Ryan Jermaine, this is a good question. Well, I mean, what striker would you take at this point?
Anyone that's breathing, I think. I don't know. There's a lot of. It's a difficult one because we're linked with so many, and half of them I don't even know. But I don't know if it's too late to get someone like that. Simmer in Simmer, is it the one? You know, I like the look of him. Whether that's something they can get done before Tuesday, I doubt it. I don't know. There's a few out there.
I think we should have gone to Ronaldo myself. There you go.
2 super chats, and they'll take a couple more. Josh Brooks White says, "Are you boys going to the game tomorrow? Coming in? Of course we are."
Yeah.
Jason,
I'm not going anywhere for 10 days.
No, you're not. Jason Lockwood says Lingard or Vlasic. I still think Lingard. I like the look of that Vlasic, but Lingard's been here and done it already. We know he's.
You know what we're getting with Lingard.
Yeah,
we know what we're getting.
Yeah. It's less of a gamble, isn't it, when you think about it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's pretty cut and dry, that one. Our friend Game Riot says, so do you reckon the chances of getting Lingard have gone up or down after today, or actually have gone up after the day, or actually the opposite?
This is what I was saying earlier. Like, you know, for me, you'd like to think that Lingard would probably turn around and go, well, I've got no chance now. Sancho, Ronaldo, you know, Greenwood. But then again, he's got a year left on his contract. The chance to play with Ronaldo, train with Ronaldo, be around Ronaldo.
Perhaps win a title.
Yeah, exactly. That might want to keep him there for at least another year. So it's a difficult one. But I'd like to think that Lingard, the football player who wants to play football, you know, would want to come back to West Ham.
This is an interesting one. I'll get to Roy May Juniors in a minute. Payet don't deserve a negative reception. He did amazing and made us proud. It was not his fault the ball didn't get Lacazette in and had zero ambition for the club. Payet is a winner, so when?
Yes, it's going to be. There'll be some people that clap him, but there'll be more people that boo him for the way he left. And I think it comes down to, you know, we think back to Bilic's press conference, how broken Bilic was, and Payet refused to talk to his teammates and train away from them. I think there's a difference with going gracefully and then doing things like that. But when Payet was on the pitch, he was still putting in performances right till the end. You know, you think of that Watford game, the Middlesbrough game, when he scored that unbelievable goal, when he dribbled it past about 10 players. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because he will probably get booed. you know. But there will be some people there that will clap him because you got to think he gave us so many great memories. You know?
Let's be honest, it's the greatest memories we've had in probably our years of going to West Ham.
I don't know. Last season was pretty good.
No, yeah, last season was pretty good, but you've still not got them standout moments. That you had with Payet.
But we wasn't there last season. That makes a difference.
Yeah, it does make a difference. Yeah. But like Lingard coming in and scoring 9 goals, I don't think like them things can be overlooked because Payet might not have even scored 9 goals for us. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, it's the way you perceive player. Payet was a special player. He was special. He was a special player. And I remember at the time when he left, feeling that the club didn't do enough in that summer to keep him and to keep him happy. You know what I mean? Like, but you've seen, you know, a few years have passed now. And you've seen like subsequent interviews and things on TV about, you know, what was actually going on with Bilic and all of that sort of thing. And it just seems like he just wanted to fuck off. Like he told him to go to Man United. He told him to go to Real Madrid or whatever. And he told Sullivan to give him more money to keep him happy. He didn't do any of that. And he just wanted to, it just seemed like he wanted to go home. So it just broke my heart because I loved him so much as a player. It just broke my heart to see him like just turn around and go, nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? And like, I think that's it, when it comes to football players. I think that's what determines whether you get a good reception or a bad reception is how you took the player to your heart. Like, you know, everybody loved Payet. He was everybody's favourite. You know what I mean? He was unbelievable. And then the way you leave. And to me, when you look at it, the way he left, he turned his back on the fans.
Yep.
He turned his back on us. You know, he could have, you know, made these noises in the background and then tried to get his own way and, you know, done all this, but, you know, come out and sort of perceived himself as a good guy. And, you know, we see this in football all the time, but he just down tools. He just turned around, I'm not playing for you anymore. You know what I mean? And that's a kick in the bollocks to me. That being said, if you'd have offered me 2 years ago, I would have took him back. Because he was that good, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not one of them people that sort of like hold a grudge if they want to come back. But we wouldn't have seen the same Payet. But I think that's what determines the reception is the way you turn your, you know, do you keep on playing for the fans and then have your arguments with the board, or do you turn your back on the fans to make a point to the board? And I think that's what he was doing. He was making a point. They'd promised him things and they hadn't. You know, we've been in that position. They've promised him things and they hadn't followed up with their promises. But instead of doing it the right way and, you know, making the noise in the back, he done it very publicly and he turned his back, not only on the fans, but teammates, manager, who'd put so much faith into him. And that's why he's a villain.
That's it. That is it. Like someone, I was going to say it, but someone said it in the comments there. You look at it, he could have gone down a legend like the Canio. Do you know what I mean? He could have gone down that route. It was just, like you said, there's ways of leaving a football club if you want out. You know, doing everything you can to force a move through. And, you know, that's the thing. That's what he did. But he could have come in, he could have just carried on playing and said, look, I want to go, let me go, you know. And there was reasons why he wanted out. And the thing is, if people knew the full reasons why he wanted out, it wouldn't be so bad. But the fact that he just down tools and refused to pay, like you said, that, you know, he shot himself in the foot there massively.
Yeah.
Slapping the face to the fans.
Yeah, exactly. Should have kept his dick in his pants.
Roy May Jr. says, great to see y'all as always. Hope to join y'all at Everton away. What do you think about the level of physicality with the new officiating as always? Appreciate y'all.
Do you know what? I like it. I like it. They're letting a lot go this year. It's getting back to, you know, it started with the Euros. You know, they was letting a lot go. And hopefully it'll stamp out some of the diving and cheating that goes on.
I think the first 2 weekends of the Premier League has been brilliant for the referee. Mm-hmm. I think they've let challenges go. There's been like a throwback. Obviously, they've got to call up some, so they can't let everything go. But it's so far this season, it's been a lot better than what it was last season. And there will be mistakes made. Of course there will. But If referees can just let games flow a bit more, we enjoy it. That's what we go to football for. We don't want to keep stopping every fucking 2 minutes and looking at a screen for an hour. You know, just let them play football unless it's something really over the top or dangerous. Let it carry on.
But the thing is, as well,
Klopp's still managing at the moment, though, isn't he? Eh?
Yeah, but the thing is, you saw against Leicester, you know, the referee missed a challenge. VAR pulled it up, and from what I saw of it, VAR didn't take overly too long. I don't know whether it felt differently for you guys being there, you know, because I couldn't make that one. But
I think he was at the screen about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So it must have been he just got in his ear on, just said, go and have a look at that, because I think that might be a bit dodgy. And to be fair, I've looked at that back, and maybe it was a red. Maybe it was. I said it wasn't at the time, but maybe it was. It was stupid. It was a stupid thing to do.
I don't think there was intent to stamp on him.
It was reckless, though, and I know he was stumbling and all that. But if you're stumbling, don't do that.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. He tried to shield the ball and just completely messed it up. It was a red card without foul, but it was good. You know, the referee didn't spot it, and VAR did the job that it's there to do.
Yeah, and that's how we want it to be used, rather than for every single little thing. You know,
that's it.
That's what it's there for.
You can honestly sit there and say was a clear and obvious mistake by the referee. So VAR's done its job. You know, people. It's like with the penalty against Newcastle. People saying it wasn't a penalty. Are you actually the referee gives the penalty? Was it clear and obvious that it wasn't a penalty? Of course not. So then it's not a clear and obvious mistake. So that's why the penalty has to stand.
Let me just quickly answer this question, Fat Bloke 78. If you want to meet me for a pint, mate, you're more than welcome. Where are we drinking, Scott, tomorrow before? King Edward in Stratford High Street. Yeah. So if you want to come in there, or I'll be in the concourse before the game, block 229. Come over. I'll have a beer, as long as you're buying, by the way.
You don't ask me. He's not meeting me. Fuck you.
Huh?
No. He's not meeting me. You can't meet me.
No one wants to meet you, Nick, because you're miserable.
Yeah, no.
You ain't a people person.
I'm a people person. What are you talking about?
You ain't a people person.
I am.
You ain't a crowd person.
You get two people around you. You start crying and run away. It's too much.
Nicky's going to go bollocks. Fuck the lot.
I'm claustrophobic. I can't help that. I always have been, and I always will be.
That's it, mate. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of people are, so it's all right.
Remember that time when you locked me in the boot and I started screaming? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember, mate. I remember.
Like you've been kidnapped, Nick.
Pretty Bubbles podcast. He walked past. He caught me yesterday. I was cutting the grass out the front. I had the right hump as well. Day off work. I didn't fucking stop. But yeah, I got it done. I've got to do the back garden on Sunday. That's a challenge. That I've let it grow too long. But I'll be out there Sunday.
We've got someone coming in doing our garden because it's the same. It's getting overrun.
Oh, mate. Do you know what? It's not that bad, but I haven't got the greatest lawnmower in the world. I bought one of them. You know them cheap ones that only cut like about the grass when it's about that long. Anything over that, it's a challenge. It starts making funny noises.
Yeah, I got the same.
The Pretty Bubbles podcast, great podcast. Subscribe to them. Great bunch of lads. We met them the other week at Friday Night Pint Live. Good bunch of lads. They was up on the dance floor dancing. So you warm to our hearts. Once you dance with us, mate, you're in forever. That's it now.
That's it. You're in. You're in.
It's like you know them little like birds. You know when they go like when you make friends with us, you just got to do like a little dance in front of them. You go, yes or no.
When you see us over London Stadium, you got to go like that.
Do like that dance.
No, you're in. You're in.
You're in.
You got to regurgitate and be sick of Graham's.
And the sillier the dance, the better. Sam Masters says, can't believe how much the ball have messed up this window and have made a whole fan base the negative, even when we sit top of the league. Poisonous. Yeah, pricks. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I love it. I love being top of the league. I've been winding so many people up this week, and it won't last. You know, I'm hoping that we beat Palace tomorrow. We go in the international break on top of the table because that's 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks of me giving it to the Tottenham fans and the Arsenal fans and the Chelsea fans. I fucking love it. I love it.
It's great to see it. It is great to see, and it just that's what Sam says there, you know, it is quite bad that we sort of skipped over the fact that we are sitting top of the league at the minute. You know,
I think someone said to me the other day that this is the first time we've been top of the league on the same. Everyone's played the same amount of games since the 85-86 season.
Yeah. Now, it's one of the first ones I can remember of us being top of the league for this period of time. Even though it's just, you know, it's just going to be a week.
I think we went top for a little while in 2006. It was either like a couple of hours because we kicked off a bit earlier, or we was there for like a day or something. But
there's a couple of comments here, right, about me being a people's person. What's an introvert?
Means you're a bit shy. You're introverted. Shy.
Right, so Collector says Nick's a closet introvert. Chris Mills, who I met on the boat barges the other day when I went to the friendly, says Nick was friendly at the barges last week. I'll back you up, Nicky. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's comfortable on the boats because he's around these sort of people down there. He's like, he sits outside, he gets a hot dog brought to him.
Jamie was just down there having a drink. We was just
Gonzo, go and get me beers.
Gonzo weren't there, and I was Gio, and I was no one.
You weren't going down there no more.
I went down there on
Nicky was a people person when he was on his knees taking all the fucking, was it the Sambogers?
And David Jury says Nicky, Friday Night Pint live. Nicky was a people's person, had a good chat with you. I went round at Friday Night Pint and shook every single person that comes down. Every single person, and said thank you for coming.
Yeah, but you didn't stand there and talk to them all, did you? As soon as two people got round, you ran up the stairs.
No, I didn't.
You run upstairs.
No, I didn't.
You shouting down, get them out, Ryan.
big boys came.
That was a good night. Still
that was great.
Stayed in memory for a long time that night, mate.
Oh, I've just got to myself just say quickly, boys, I can't stay to watch. Found out my brother's passed away. Love your show, Gary. Gary, mate.
Sorry to hear that, Gary.
I'm so sorry.
Condolences, Gary. Condolences, mate.
I'm so sorry. I hope well, I don't know what to say. There's nothing I can say. So, Jason Lookwood donated £4.49. Says anyone see Moyes shake Daka's hand before he got subbed the other day?
Yeah, I noticed that.
One of it was Moyes or owners who cancelled the deal, maybe didn't want to come. Stevie WHU Bell says, yes, you did, Nicky. I did what? What did I do?
Look, everyone's in.
Oh, yeah. Jamie Pack says it was almost as if GSB had a chance to redeem themselves, and if they bottled it, come on, the biggest finish in the last 10 years, something amazing to build on, and they didn't take it. I'm pie in now. I won't go that far. No, I don't know.
When you went off to move inside, someone asked a question about Tony COYI, and I said, well, there's no point in interviewing Tony COYI because he's been on a few podcasts and channels this week, and he's not going to say no different to us. So, but I said that we are open to speak to another person from Pi Capital.
Well, I messaged Pi. And I'll tell you the DMs that have gone on. So, and this is without being a fucking prick about it or anything like that, right? I want to speak to a spokesman. Don't want to speak to a spokesman. They're a spokesman. Like Tony COYI, I love him to bits and West Ham legend and all of that sort of thing, but he don't know the ins and the outs. Like he's going to say what he's been told to say. He's been told the same sort of thing as us, and he backs it and all that. He's publicly backing it and all that. I've got no interest in talking to Tony COYI about that. You know, Tony COYI will tell you what they want you to say. What I want to do, and which we've arranged, is we've arranged with them, and I'll show you the DMs. I offered them an interview to come and answer some questions, and we wanted to take the questions from you, and we've done it on our Twitter. We've got about 150 questions, no lie, if not more, to ask them. Right? So they said to me, "We're not doing any interviews," and I just said, "Look, the fan base are not having it. You know, like you're making mistake after mistake after mistake. It's a good platform to come and get that content. You know, they've done the West Ham way. They've done, you know, all of that sort of stuff. So it's a good concentration of people West Ham fans that you're gonna reach by doing an interview. And they said, oh yeah, I don't know whether you saw, but Tony COYI is now a spokesman. I'm going to refer you to him. And I just said, no. I said, like, look, I've talked to Tony. I've talked to Tony all day long. We've spoken to Tony, both on camera and privately. But I'm not really interested in speaking to a spokesman. I don't need convincing. Nothing that he's going to say is going to convince me or convince everyone else. So what I did say is, no, I don't want to speak to Tony COYI. I want to speak to someone that's involved in it, like one of the partners, like someone who's got a little bit more information about the fight. And I know they're going to say NDAs and all that, but I'm not suffering all of that NDA bollocks. They can tell you what they want. There's no non-disclosure agreements when there's no agreement in place. It's the NDAs are what they're implementing themselves. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the questions from the fans, because there's a lot of valid questions that they haven't answered. They just stuck Rio Ferdinand, Anton Ferdinand, and Tony COYI in front of and Tom Skinner in front of a camera and just said, yeah, they're good people. We've heard where they're good people before. It doesn't really convince me. I want to know a little bit more about how they're going to fund the club, if they got the money and all of that sort of thing, and and get not so much assurances, but something that you can hold them accountable to if they do end up taking over the club. And
that's probably why they don't want to do the interview, because
but that's what they've got to do. I think that's what they've got to do.
I'll be surprised if they agree to it. I mean, I've seen the DMs as well. I know they've said that they'll do it, but they keep trying to chuck spokespersons in front of us. And I'm not being I don't mean offensive here, but you want the organ grinder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You want the top people that are actually investing. And I've got a lot of respect for Tony COYI. We've got to know him over the last couple of months, and he is a really good bloke. He's West Ham through and through. But as you said, you want to speak to someone at the top, who's buying the club.
That's it. That's it. Didn't they come out today and say that they're not going to they're not moving forward with a bid at the moment until the transfer window's shut?
Yeah, because that's what the fans have said. They're playing games. They're playing games.
This all reverts back to what I said when you spoke about it on the previous FMP when I was there. It's the way they've gone about the business that don't sit right with me. They can have the best intentions in the world for the football club, but the way they've gone about it is completely wrong.
Scott, the thing is, I said this on Friday Night Pint Live when we was there. I said, for me, and every interview, every statement they've brought out, the only interest it all comes back to is the stadium and the land. That's all they're interested in. And that just, so as I said, it just don't sit right with me. And there's something not right about this lot. And it's going to take a lot to convince me that I'm going to say, yeah, they're the people.
They've got to make absolute guarantees to the fan base. And what they've got to do, I think, in terms of getting the fan base behind them, is they've got to make guarantees to them. And if they don't meet them, then we'll say, if we don't do that, then we'll go. And that's what they've got to do to convince anyone, or bring fans into the fold. Proper. I'm not talking about Rio Ferdinand. I mean, I still don't understand the Rio Ferdinand thing. I like Rio, and as I said before, look, he played a long time for Man United, and he wasn't a West Ham fan growing up, and all of that sort of thing. A lot of people take offence. I don't take as much offence to him not backing us, and backing United before. But since then, he's still going on about Man United. He's meant to be trying to take over West Ham.
I think what we said either last week or the week before about it is that they should do some sort of open fans forum where fans can go there and just no cameras or whatever, just ask them what they want.
No, I think there needs to be cameras.
Oh yeah, no, there will be cameras, but not.
I think there needs to be cameras.
Not something not live. Something that is filmed and then they can put it out after.
No, I don't even think that way. It should be live. I think.
The thing is,
if they're serious and they've got nothing to hide, what are you worried about?
They wouldn't do anything like that live, just in case, because people can ask anything, can't they? And they can the swearing and whatever. So they'd never do it live, but it should be recorded, and it should be a fans open forum with the board of Payet Capital, whoever's their spokespeople are. They should be there. But yeah, I just
we know that, won't it?
as much as I don't like Gold and Sullivan, I wouldn't trust this lot. So it's a difficult one.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just we've had our fingers burnt before, and I know you're saying, Nick, they've got to put something out there to be able to get accountable, but we've seen the rubbish that GSB have put out, and all right, we're protesting.
Yeah, but the thing is, at least GSB are consistent. These lot don't even 1 minute.
But then they are starting to be made accountable for that, Scott, because that's why there's protests going on all the time. And I'll be honest with you, I think COVID saved them. I think the anger was building, and I think COVID saved them. COVID saved them from like that momentum building, but that momentum will build again. It's starting to build a little bit now. So, yeah, let me take this super chat quickly. Surely the Simon Jordan grilling a pie was enough to realise his takeover was not legitimate. It's better the devil sometimes. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think I'd rather have Simon Jordan running our club than fucking pie.
No, he's a Wally.
Yeah, but no, at least he's honest and he says it how it is.
He's another one. Don't like paying out money.
I'm not a big fan of Pie Capital, but I felt sorry for that Philip Beard. He was getting ripped apart. Simon Jordan just tore him a new one. He didn't know what to say.
Football with Brownie says, Nicky, they said something similar to me when I asked to speak to someone on a podcast myself. Their responses via DMs were very unprofessional. Yeah, I don't think they've got any social media people there or anything like that. I think it's just some geezer going like that. I think we should say this. I think we should say that. Kent Hammers, I want to hear nuts and bolts from PAI, i.e. is the club going to be bought with borrowed money? How much you're going to spend? What's your ambitions? To be honest, I'm not bothered about Olympic legacy. No, I agree, mate. The Olympic legacy was fucking dead 10 years ago when they didn't know what to do with the stadium and kept it fucking going around in circles for so long. Shindig says, well done, Nicky. At least there's one fan channel that won't roll over for their spin. The disabled team says, hi, football with Brownies. You saying hello. So I don't know why I read that out. Richard B says, I think it would be wise advice for the next West Ham owners to be transparent with the fans. Yeah, I think so as well. I think they should have proper fans on involved. Like, I'm not talking about the Rio Ferdinand, I'm talking about proper fans. Surely COYI wouldn't give these interviews if he wasn't 100% sure it would be the next best thing for the club, sticking his neck on the line in regards to the fan base turning against him if it goes tits up.
I think someone done a comment just after that saying that every takeover bid, Tony COYI's wanted to get involved. So I don't know.
COYI obviously wants GSB gone. From the fan, from being a fan of the club, that's perspective. He sees the damage that they're doing. And
Tony COYI was probably on board Gold and Sullivan getting the club. Like he probably wanted to be a part of that. That's what I'm saying. It just seems like I get what I think it was Luke that said it. I get what he's saying. It seems like Tony COYI is always involved in these things. It's like he's just desperate to be part of the club and own the club, but he shouldn't have to feel like that because he's a legend at the football club already.
Yeah, but we all know how the current owners treat legends.
A lot better than the last ones. And I'm the first to slag them off. A lot better than the last ones. I would say that.
I mean, look how long it took to get Billy Bonds involved. Like, name of staying after Billy Bonds.
Yeah, but I think that might have been Billy Bonds' choice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest. I think that may have been Billy Bonds' choice. Billy Bonds is a very shy man. Very shy.
He's very humble.
But I've been lucky enough to meet Billy Bonds once or twice, and he's a very, very shy man. And he likes to be humble, and he doesn't see himself as like what he doesn't see himself like we see him. The last lot, Brown and all them lot, and even the Kearns. They shit on our top legends, mate. They shit on our top legends. I think these are like I'm no GSB fan and all of that sort of thing, but I've got to say when I don't think things are right, they treat our ex-players a lot better than the last couple of owners.
Yeah, you've only got to look around the corporate lounges, how many ex-players they've got working on match days there and getting involved. And as you said, like if Bobby Moore was still alive today, he'd be an ambassador of the football club.
Mm-hmm.
He would be. I don't. Obviously, the story of when no one wanted to touch Bobby Moore years ago, and he didn't hardly have any money. David Sullivan gave him a job at the newspaper. You know, so you know they've always. That's one thing I would say about Golden Sullivan, that they do treat the legends right, and they make them feel part of the club. And as I said, it took a long time to get Billy Bonds back on board with the club. But he's here now, and he's got a stand named after him. You know, if forever, ever, ever be in our history, Billy Bonds.
Just need to get the other one named the John Lyle stand there.
That's it. You know, like you said with Bonds, you're not going to see that amount of appearances for us ever again. You know, the way modern football is, you're not going to see that.
Well, no, you won't, because you look. Noble's been playing nearly 18 years, and he's not even halfway there yet, or just over halfway.
You think Billy Bonds, like, but you know, he retired in '89. You know, he was like Ronaldo is now. He looked after himself, and he was playing into his 40s at the top level, at top flight.
Yeah, he looked after himself. Yeah, absolutely. Billy Bonds is West Ham through and through. Watching him play at the BG, strength, leadership, etc., does remind me of Declan Rice. Funnily enough, I'm going to send a private chat to everyone. Go on, talk among yourselves.
Obviously, Declan Rice back in the England squad, never in doubt.
Fully deserved.
Yeah, great. Do you know what? The way Antonio's been playing. You know, you think that he would have had a chance. I know he's obviously pledged his allegiance to Jamaica, but the way he's been playing, Gareth Southgate, I think, has missed the trick with Antonio, because he is he's something different. He's something different, and it's a shame that we'll never see him sort of play for England. And but no, well, fair play to Declan Rice. You know, I don't think it'll be too long now before we see Bowen in the squad. The way he's playing as well.
Yeah,
it's mad with Antonio. Sorry, Scott.
Go on, mate. No, go on.
It's mad with Antonio because I think he could do a job internationally. I don't think anyone would be able to handle him. Like, a lot of top defenders can't handle him when he's at his best. And like, when you think about Italy, you know, going back to the final against Italy, I think it would have been good to have an Antonio to chuck on, because I think he would have caused all sorts of fucking havoc. Like, you know what I mean? He's just one of them people that he's brutal. He's brute force, and they are smart defenders. Don't get me wrong, but if that ball bounces and he's underneath it with a Chiellini and a who was the other one? Bonucci. I know I'll put my money on, to be quite honest with you, and it would be him. You know what I mean? It was just something. It would have been something a little bit different. It would have been something a little bit different.
And that's the key point. It is that he would have given us something different to what every other striker can bring, because he is just raw power and pace. You know, and like you said, you look how deep we were against the Italians. You're chucking him on up top. You know, he gives you an extra 5 or 6 yards just because of his presence. You know, so he gets you further up the pitch.
What the fuck is this bloke on about? If someone at Brunei come along, Ryan would say, "No, wait for GSP because they've got Lingard on loan." The fucking hell? What's that? What the fucking hell comments that?
If the Sultan of Brunei come and wanted to buy the club, then he can buy the club.
You think I'm backing GSP because they're going to get Lingard on loan, or we got Lingard on loan? Yeah. Well done, Shy.
But the thing is, right, going back to them type of comment, is that it's not, you want the right person to come in. Yeah, we don't know who the right person is. But as we've all said before, the way this lot have handled themselves makes it look like they're not the right people to take us forward. So that's all we're saying. At the end of the day, we want the ball gone. We want investors to come in and take over the club and move the club forward in the right direction and invest in things going forward. But you've got to be very, very careful, because we've been stung so many times.
Yeah, look, especially like the position we're in at the minute. We're doing all right. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's it's not down to GSB, but you don't just. I wouldn't just like this lot that's come along and all that. You got like geezer that sells beds and Tony Cottee and that going, yeah, they're good geezers and all that. I don't want them to be good geezers. I want them to be good businessmen. You know what I mean? And like that's with all due respect to them, but I don't want good geezers in charge. I want people that are going to advance the club now. We're in a prime position.
They can have the money to buy the football club, but have they got the money to buy the football club and invest in the squad? Because you know what I mean. It's like you can buy the club, but then if you can't do anything with it, there's going to be no difference. You know, so they need to have the money as well to invest in the squad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, we've stood still for far too long. You know, now's the time. We've got.
There's been too many instances lately of like not so much in the Premier League, but you know it'll come to the Premier League eventually of people coming to join these clubs. Maybe Portsmouth was one. Maybe they were still in the Premier League when it happened. Of people coming into clubs and go, yeah, of course we're going to buy the club and all that sort, and just stripping them bare, and like that's what you don't want to get into the situation because we're doing all right at the minute. You know what I mean? We've got a couple of big assets here as well. Like as much as I don't think we've got any assets to sell. Like is 400 million enough? We've got probably a player there that's worth 120 million. You know what I mean? In one player, I don't think that's going to be enough. It's going to take a bit bigger bid than that. It's going to take to get them fuckers out the door. But you know, you don't just because I'm profuse. I hate GSB. You know my feelings. I've always spoke my thoughts on them, and you know I've never been. I don't think I've ever been unfair. I've been rude, and I'll admit that in the past. I've been rude and crude and said some things that I probably shouldn't have said just because like. I think it dilutes my point, but I don't like them. I don't think they're there for the right reasons. But that doesn't mean I'm going to hand it over to. It's like you know, not liking a fucking geezer that robbed your house and handing your keys to a murderer. You know, you just wouldn't do it just because he's you know it seems like a different option. I don't want a different option. I want a better option. And what they've told me at the moment, it's not a better option. It's not a better option until they explain themselves properly. It's not a better option. Let me just. Andrew Bailey says.
What happened there?
Oh, fucking hell.
What happened there? My mum passed away of cancer recently. She was a huge West Ham fan. I was watching Friday Night Pint at our hospital bed. I used to take in my iPad so she could watch us. Do you mind raising the glass? No, not at all, mate. I've got a can here. To your mum, Andrew. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Sorry for your loss.
Sorry for your loss, mate.
Probably that weren't the greatest time to put Graham as solo, was it? Really, I just wanted to see his face. I wanted to see him panic.
Just see my big melon head.
Jeff Bezos, Amazon boss would be a good start. And if we went for a player in the morning, we could have him by 7 p.m. the same day. Don't like him. Or he'll fly him on a drone probably. And Christopher Deneen says, "You're right, Nicky. I don't trust him either." Can we ask us anything now?
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say, I am starving. I'm starving. I want a supper sandwich.
Can't taste anything properly.
We are so close to 60,000, right? 60,000 is what we've put on here because 60,000 is it fills the London Stadium. It's as many people that you see in a London Stadium, and we can visually see the subscribe. We're so close, so close. And when we started this all this years ago, we never thought we'd get anywhere near that, to be quite honest with you. But we're getting there. And when we get to 60, I want to get to 100, and I want a plaque. The Cilinto Cantiante.
What do you? I thought you said I want a clap.
No, a clap. I want
100,000, and Nicky just goes like that. Yeah, you were the YouTube award, whatever it is, the silver.
Yeah, I want the silver YouTube award. I want 100,000, and I want to be the first West Ham channel to do it as well. Not like fucking JP calling everyone turncoats because a couple of people unsubscribed. I love him, man, but he fucking makes me laugh.
Where's the fucking? Here's a question. What takeout would you want, Nicky? Chinese or Indian?
Chinese for me. Chinese for me.
Do you know what? I prefer Chinese, but I had a lovely Indian the other week. The thing is with me, I don't like having Indian takeaway. I like going to a restaurant to have an Indian. But Chinese, I like eating indoors.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
But going to an Indian restaurant, I love it. Oh, mate, it was so nice as well. And where I haven't had it for such a long time, it was so nice. You know, when you get that bloated feeling, but you know you're happy. Your little gut comes up. And you start undoing your...
Ask him off camera, Brian.
What did I have?
Yeah.
Great. Do you know what I've noticed? Ever since I put... Oh, it's changed now. I was going to say, ever since I put you solo, your camera's got better. I can actually see you now. What did I have? I fucking forgot now.
Cheeky Madras.
I think it was a Madras. With a keema naan and mushroom rice.
My head looks even bigger.
Nice.
I've got a proper Swede.
You got a melon de mushk.
I've got a heed.
Yeah, really.
You are the biggest West Ham YouTube channel. Yeah, I think we are. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
Go back to what I put up there. Matt Powell said West Ham applied for permission to improve the training facilities.
Yeah.
So I've seen the plans of it. It's better, but it still doesn't stand out.
Still Porter.
Gary Lucas says, by the time we get another strike, you'll have 100,000 subs.
If we sign another 6 goalkeepers, we'll have 100,000 subs on our bench.
Mancy Haywood says, Nicky, can I get on the fan cam tomorrow? Whereabouts do you film exactly and what time? I don't know how I've not seen you guys, as I've been a season ticket holder for 5 years. Well, we are outside the shop. If you go to the shop,
we're opposite turnstile F.
Yeah.
Just by the program seller. Because I think when you say outside the shop, people might think literally outside the shop. But if you go to the shop,
you're going to see us.
Yeah.
If you face the shop, turn left, we're there.
What?
We're by the program tent.
Yeah. You'll see us if you go to F and you go to the shop. If you look there, like just before the bridge, we're there. We're always there. Always.
When we should get one of them big signs, golf sale, but have West Ham Fan TV on it and pointing.
Yeah, we got fucking Graham spinning it. Graham, you should go to bed and rest. Oh, great, come on, man.
What?
Don't stop coughing, please.
Can't help it.
Ryan, get yourself down a great Hong Kong in Stamford Hope. You'll like it in there.
Yeah, do you know what? I've heard some good reviews about that. I don't even. Is it still open? I heard someone said that was shut. But when I first moved here, I drove past it. Nice Chinese restaurant. I'll definitely have some of that.
This is
a lot of West Ham fans where I live.
Yeah, look where I work.
What, Royal? Fucking keep that work, mate. Love that fucking channel you do, you fucking mug. That's what they say as I walk past.
This is a good question. Harry Carpenter says, pie mash every day or roast dinner?
Pie mash. I like a roast, but on a Sunday.
I don't know. I could eat a roast every day.
I do love a fucking roast.
I do love a roast.
I love pie mash.
I ain't had pie mash for ages.
No, I haven't either.
To be fair, why?
Who fancies a bit on Saturday? Where are you going Saturday?
Oh yeah, we're all meeting up next Saturday. Yeah, maybe we should find a nice pie mash shop.
We out early, boys. We out early.
Yeah, fucking cocktails.
Look at Scott. Look, did you see his face?
Yeah,
I've got work first. I've got to get work done.
Yeah, well, can't you book an holiday?
I've booked so many holidays of late. I'll see what I can do.
What time do you finish then?
I'll be finished about 12.
Oh, that's all right. Fucking I'll still be getting ready at 12, Scott.
We're not who's on the booze.
Right, what I sent you earlier, mate. I think we should do that.
that zombie fucking thing.
Yeah, the living dead.
Imagine that.
Where is it?
One of them fuckers come after me. I'll end up fucking chinning it.
Oh, come on, let's go. Come on.
Westfield in West City, though, not Stratford Westfield. the other one.
I thought it was Stratford, Scott.
No, it's the other one.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
It's the VR one. First reality zombies.
Oh, let's go. Come on.
What, all the way there?
Yeah, then we'll come all the way back.
People dressed up.
No, it's not. It's
VR.
reality.
Oh, that's even worse. It's not real.
Oh, shut up, right? You went and saw Westlife. Come on now.
Hang on. Whoa. Hang on. Let's rewind what you just said there, Mr. Nicky Hawkins. I've also seen Westlife twice, sitting at the front. Fucking. I
wasn't sitting at the. Yeah, I was actually.
Exactly. Whoa.
But it wasn't my choice.
Yeah, but there's a difference there, mate. Westlife are real. Zombies ain't, especially when you got a headset on. I'll sit outside and watch while Graham screams. We're all meeting up next Saturday in national break, having a few drinks. I don't think we're going to do what we done last time and tell everyone where we are, because everyone just gets buying us drinks.
Yeah.
We have a couple of drinks and we'll get we'll tweet out the number again. Matt's
saying that he's been to see Westlife as well, but his mum forced him.
Mate, that's up to me.
Yeah, that's my excuse as well. I was on my own.
Matt Rainey says, "Happy Friday, lads! 3-0 tomorrow. Donate $8.99. Thank you so much."
Hope so.
Boys, Jamie got his Europa season ticket. Did you all manage to get yours? Do you know what? I ain't done mine yet.
You got until the 31st.
I've got to do mine. You got until the 31st to do it.
Yeah,
I'll do mine over the weekend, but it's definitely worth it. 3 games for £75. Can't go
wrong.
But
you save money, don't you? So
yeah.
I'm going to go to the games anyway, so you might as well get a cheaper option.
Yeah, no, see, that's the thing.
Hey,
Gray, you look shattered, mate.
Rick Patel said, "If you go, do you want to go, mate?" Like, I'm being deadly serious because you look a bit rough.
No, I'm right.
He's probably thinking this is the best I've looked in weeks, you saucy bastard.
No, I don't mean rough as in his looks, but he looks like he's going to fucking collapse or something.
Leave him on. I want to see him collapse live on thing. I want to see the camera fall over.
See my phone go over and everything.
Well, what do you mean? This is the only company he's going to get for the next 10 days. He's stuck in his bedroom now.
Rick Patel says, if you guys set up a boxing match against another West Ham YouTube channel, that's another way to get 100k. Nicky will end careers. I'm not a fighter, man. I love her.
Everyone used to offer us to fight, didn't they? I think Tony from the Peacock was ringing me up last week. I think he was trying to hint to get me on that show, but I thought, I ain't having none of that, mate. Fuck that. I will promote it all day long. We're going to do an interview down there with the boxers and all that. I'm looking forward to doing that. But yeah, to step in the ring, not my cup of tea, Graham, anymore.
Ken Emma says, "Can you punch in the place? It's not fun."
No, the money maker.
Can you give young Jake Cox a shout out, please? He's been nominated for Football Content Award. Cheers. No, I can't.
Well done, Jake.
I'm joking. We always give him out a shout, man.
Congratulations, Jake, on the what is it? The Young Creator nomination. Where is it this year? Is it Spurs' ground, isn't it?
It's in London, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Tottenham's ground. I think they're doing it this year.
When we got have we ever told the story about the Football Content Awards?
Yeah, fucking every week.
Something about 100 bottles of Budweiser on the table.
It's all part of a Polish story.
How often did you use shampoo?
I wash mine every day. My luxurious locks.
I use Timotei.
I use Head and Shoulders if you want to sponsor us.
No, Nicky just uses shoulders. Shoulders.
I don't really need to. Once a week or something, I rub it through my hair just to keep the dandruff away and all that.
Do you know what? I don't even know what I put on my hair. I'm just one of these ones that I'll grab whatever bottle's going. I'm sure, like sometimes I'll tell you, my daughter had a fucking lovely one. It was like, the Love Art sweets. It was that flavour, and I was pouring it over myself. I was fucking trying to eat myself at one point. It smelled so nice. Kids shampoo is much better than adult shampoo.
Yeah, it is, mate. It is. I've had
to get the old get shower gel. It's now drumsticks.
Yeah. What
You
was
can
that?
get the
What was
shout,
that
Joey.
shampoo that you used to get when we was younger? Mr. Matey. Do you remember that?
Matey, that
Yeah,
was
bubble bath, wasn't it? Yeah.
Bubble bath. Yeah, Mr. Matey.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's to have
Christ, that
Johnson, no more tears.
Yeah, no more tears, mate. Gets in your eye, fucking crying.
Elias Martin, Nicky, is there a local centre near the ground where I can get tested for COVID? I don't fucking know. I don't know that.
I think there is one in.
I think there is as well.
I've got some.
That's a bit silly, isn't it? Because if you fucking got it, then you're going to give it everyone.
Pop down the pharmacy and get an actual flow test. Do that one in the morning.
I had to download me passport thing today. I forgot all about that, but they didn't even check. I didn't see no one get checked on Monday night.
No, they didn't.
Mate. Everyone was pissed up getting in there. Amstel £4.
Graham looks like Will from the In-Betweeners when he ate some hash. He made a bubble and everything's full.
Yeah, remember that when they go to a gig and he eats a load of.
Nicky versus Lewis from Blues Fans TV.
I bet Lewis.
Yeah, I bet he will, to be fair.
I just bet Nicky. I want to see Nicky get a good hiding.
Imagine he fucking clubbed me. I went over.
Yeah, he swung your jaw. You was on the floor. You was looking at me, going, "Right, help!" You was reaching out.
What's happened?
I wouldn't let him do that to you, Nick. I let him hit you once, and if you go down, I'd laugh and then slide and tackle him. and then me and Graham would put him in a bag.
Andrew Bates, my little cousin Billy Gilmore was out on loan at Norwich, but my uncle said West Ham offered for him and he knocked it back. In Rice and Souček would have been unreal. It's probably because of game time, to be fair. He's a Chelsea player. Rice and Souček being there, he probably knocked it back for, because he knew he wouldn't be playing week in, week out. And Norwich is going to play week in, week out. So, Rick Patel says,
what a player he is.
Yeah, he's a good player. I really like him. 3-0 tomorrow. Antonio scored 2 and Benny. I know this is random, but an away game out of you lot. Who sings the loudest? Ooh.
Don't know. I've not really noticed.
I'll sing out of tune the most, probably.
Yeah, I've never really noticed. I've never looked down the line and thought, "Oh, Nicky's singing a bit louder than me. I better up the game."
We'll sing.
I've never really noticed that, to be honest. Wouldn't even be able to.
Next time we go away now, Southampton away, I'll be looking around at everyone. I'll be having one of them things, where you measure who's the loudest.
I'll be on decibel levels.
Yeah.
Henry Leighton, how was overlap seeing the AFTV headphone guy? Listen, I know that clip's gone viral and all of that sort of thing. Ty is, I'm not joking. I'll give you a bit of insight, right? He's one of the nicest people that you'll ever meet on the planet. I swear on my life. He was one of the nicest people you ever meet, and he's so polite and he's very well spoken and pretty shy. You say something about Arsenal, and it could even be true. You could turn around and say, Arsenal ain't as good as Man United anymore. And he will defend them to the fucking hill to his last breath. And to be honest, right, I know he gets slagged off a lot for it, but you've got to respect it. That's his opinion. And he feels like he's got to defend his football club, and he puts his reputation, people laughing at him and all of this sort of thing. But he wants to defend that football club to his dying breath. And you've got to respect it because he is Arsenal through and through. I swear, I've never seen. I mean, I love West Ham. I love West Ham to the core. But he goes to this is his life, right? He goes to Arsenal games, home and away, right? Home and away. He will go to under 21s, under 18s, under 17s, and ladies games, and he goes to them all. If they're all spaced out enough and they're not happening at the same time, he goes to them all, right? So, look, laugh at him all you want, but I respect the guy, and I've always had respect for him. He's always been nice to me. I like him. I really like him.
As Nicky says, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah, he's one of the nicest.
He's really
so
nice
polite, but he does talk nonsense sometimes, and I think he knows that. There you go.
Apparently, I was just reading about the Zouma deal. The latest is that it might be Chelsea pulling the plug because they won't let Zouma go unless they get a replacement in. And apparently, the defender they're after, they might not be able to get him now because of the club. So it's a knock-on effect, isn't it? Like, so it might be the case that we're waiting for Chelsea now. I've had enough. I've had enough.
This is what you get when you're leaving it down to the last fucking second, isn't it?
It's Chelsea.
Ridiculous, mate. I don't mean to be rude, right? But we finished in May.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But then again, there's another fucking person saying that it's all going ahead. So I think people are just fucking on the wind up.
Yeah,
people just making things up.
Everyone's clutching at straws, aren't they? Yeah. That's what it is. Everyone wants to be the first person to be right.
Still, I think
Zouma ain't coming now because the A13 shut.
No, but I'll be honest with you, mate. Even if we do get, I think it's criminal that they've left it this long because it's a risk, and it's a risk we don't need to take. We've had since May to start getting things done, and we're sitting here a couple of days away from the 1st of September, and we've signed a loan player, a goalkeeper on loan. I'll be honest with you, I think that's criminal. I think that's stupid, especially in the position we're in.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Players have got to come through the door quick. There's a lot of business now we've got to get done in a short period of time when we've had a long period to sort this out.
This feels like when I was revising for my exams. Honestly,
just cram the night before.
Yeah, I sat there in January and they sort of let you fuck off and you go, oh yeah, this is brilliant. I've got 3 months to revise yet, and all of a sudden you got your fucking first exam in 2 days and you're trying to read everything in the last fucking minute.
I never revised once. I just used to have the attitude: if it's meant, it's meant. If I meant to pass, I pass.
Only God can judge me and all that shit.
Yeah, only God can judge me.
Can't judge this. You can't judge this.
Anyway, do you know what? I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow. The atmosphere on Monday night was really good. I think tomorrow's going to be even better. I think it's a sellout, 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday. They're going to be rare this season. London derby. Crystal Palace got quite a good record against us away from home. Good. They've only lost 2 out of their last 8 against West Ham, so away from home. So it's going to be a difficult game. They haven't got any points this season, and they haven't scored or whatever. But I said to Nicky last night, this is the sort of game where they'll probably turn up and beat us 2 or 3 fucking nil. We just won't see it coming. But I'm confident tomorrow that the boys will get the job done. Same tempo as the other night, even up it a little bit more, and I think we'll be all right.
To be fair, mate, I think that's where we've improved so much over the last year and a half. Is that we're professional. Like all of last season, we was professional. We went there, we got the job done. You know what I mean? These are the games. You said these are the games that we normally lose. Last season, it wasn't. It was, we had a couple of dodgy draws, but we just went there and got the job done, and it weren't for lack of trying. It's not like we've turned up complacent, and I think that's what we've got. We've got professionalism, full 100%. Obviously, you can't say like you're 100% sure because anything can happen in the game. You can get an injury, you can get a red card or whatever, and that can change the whole flow of the game, and you'll end up getting beat 2-0, and you get people pointing at you going, "Oh, you said," you can't 100% in football, but I'm confident that we'll get there. I'm confident that we'll get early goals, and I think we'll beat them tomorrow quite comfortably.
That's the thing. Is being confident but not cocky. We're in a decent position, and we need to build on that and push forward. I think if we can get an early goal, it puts a hell of a lot more pressure. They're yet to score this season. They had improved performance against Brentford, and then went and lost. They put a strong side out against Watford, and Watford turned them over 1-0 in the Carabao Cup. So it's not going to be easy. Like Ryan said, they've got a good record. I think we've only got 1 clean sheet against them in the past 16 fixtures or something like that as well. So if you're a betting man, it's got to be both teams as well.
I see a stat earlier that Crystal Palace they've only had like 11 shots in 2 games, and Antonio's got exactly the same. As an individual player, but
I can't take it lightly, right? and I don't think.
No, of course I'm not. I mean, Jordan Ayew hasn't scored in like his last 29 games, exactly. So you know he's due a goal.
And he always seems to turn up against us, doesn't he?
The one thing as well, one stat that I see earlier about West Ham, since David Moyes has come back, his second spell in charge, we've scored 98 Premier League goals. Only Man City, United, and Liverpool have done better than us in that period. And it's the turnaround is unbelievable since Moyes has come back.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. It's just the improvement. And I think someone said it in the comments as well. It's the fitness of the players. We don't look tired now, and that's what we want to see. And I just think if we just go at them from the off, and with that high tempo, the high press as well, I don't think they're going to be able to handle it at the back.
Even like Ben Rama, mate, he's in the form of his life. He's been involved in like 7 goals in his last 7 league appearances. For us.
And Antonio's been involved in 10 in his last 9.
Yeah, 4 assists for Ben Rama and 3 goals. Like it's mad. And as I said, you can't take them lightly. Of course you can't. But if we turn up with the confidence and the sort of arrogance that we had the other night against Leicester, we won't have no problem. And we know how to. We're sort of getting that thing where we know how to kill teams off. Even when Leicester got that goal back the other night, no heads dropped. They just thought, all right, they've scored, let's go again. And we went up there and got another 2. We ended up winning 4-1. Just like Newcastle, 2-1 down to Newcastle. Over the years, we'd have collapsed, lost that 3-1, 4-1. But no, we turned it around. And every game we go into now, I feel like we're going to score.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, and that's the
more fact of it. More free scoring than we have been for a long time.
Yeah. I think we said it last season as well. This team doesn't know when it's beat. Do you know what I mean? They keep going and keep going. All right, we had games last season where we were a bit reserved in our tactics that made it harder for us like that. But when we got the bit between our teeth, we just went for it, and we saw that against Leicester. We saw that against Newcastle. When our towels were up, we went for it. We went for the jugular and tried to annihilate the opposition, and we've done that in both games.
Yeah. But what's your predictions for tomorrow?
2-0, I reckon. 2-0 us.
Oh, do you know what? I want to be really confident and say 3-0, but I'm going to go 2-1.
I went for 3-1. Look, we're all sounding confident, but we've got a right to be confident with what we've seen the last 2 games. So, but as we said, Palace are that sort of team that can turn up and turn us over. So let's hope that we turn up, because it'd be nice to go into this international break 3 wins in a row, and probably that will still keep us top of the league, depending on our other scores go. Yeah. But you obviously got Liverpool, Chelsea tomorrow. Arsenal, City, so they will be dropping points.
And like you said, it's not even about just being, if we're top, fantastic. But the fact going into that international break, 3 wins out of 3, if we have another good performance as well, it's just fantastic taking that forward into that international break. It's a new West Ham, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people saying 4-0, 4-1. I can't remember the last time we scored 4 goals, 3 games in a row. Don't think we've ever done that, have we?
We
probably have, but where's Kent Hammers? Ken Hammers will whip out a stat in a minute if he's still in the room. He's still watching.
I'm trying to find my phone. I've lost it, so I'm going to have to go. I don't know where it is.
Well, just have a look at that, like the comment that's on the thing, Nick, because it's
I saw you once with Nicky, but didn't say hello because she was with your kid, but gave you an irons in my head. Was with my mum, and she shouted, "Nicky Irons."
Nicky Irons.
Nicky Irons. Who's that behind you standing at the window?
Scared the shit out of him.
I'll be honest with you, mate. Like, with all due respect, obviously, you don't want anyone creeping up on you, like when Ryan creeped up on me in the shower once. But like things like that don't concern me, because if someone was out there, I just go out there and fucking get rid of them. Like, You know what I mean? I fucking go out there and
Chat so
fucking...
much shit. You're one of the scariest cats I know, mate.
No, I'm not.
When I jumped out of you in the shower, you shit yourself, scream like a little girl. Ow!
No, if I ever see anyone in my fucking window, I go out there and whoop them. That's it. Done.
Oh,
People. Yeah. All right. Can we wrap it up there? Go on, Grass. I'll let you say goodbye.
Bye.
Cram don't know what fucking day of the week it is.
Mate,
It looks like he's going to sleep up there.
I know. He looks
pretty
rough.
much in there.
Yeah, you look rough.
Man.
Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's Friday Night Pint. We'll be back tomorrow. Scott's preview's coming up straight after this. Go and check that out. If you're new around here, subscribe. We're on the road to 60k, of course. You can check out new T-shirts. Links in the descriptions down below. We've got all the European T-shirts there after the Europa League draw. We'll be getting them in the next couple of days.
We've updated the Antonio one.
We've updated the Antonio T-shirt. Our new T-shirts coming very, very soon. But thank you so much. Anything else?
Yeah, see you over there tomorrow. If everyone's going, come over and see us if you want. Have a fan cam. Buy us a beer before the game if you want, Scott. You know, chuck that one in there. But looking forward to it tomorrow. But thanks for watching as always. And as Nicky said, keep subscribing. Get us to 60k. Woohoo!
One thing left to say. Come on, your hands.